the Sanke Tap Kit.
All right, so you've decided to go commercial size. Well, good for you. I mean, once you find a craft brewery that you love, you might as well just go down there and buy 50 liters at a time and be done with it. So the whole point of this kit is to make it as easy as possible for you to be able to use a commercial size Sanke keg. To come in 20, 30, and 50 liters like this one. The Sanke Tap Kit is comprised of the SodaStream conversion kit, which can also be bought retail, the Picnic Tap Kit, which can be purchased separately, and the Pluto beer gun, which also can be purchased separately. All right, let's get into this. To open the box, simply cut along this seam right here. Maybe I should get this off the desk. So let's open this up. At the top, you've got your Pluto gun. You've got your Sanke coupling, stainless steel commercial grade. You've got your regulator, the same regulator that comes with all our kits. This is a special little bundle for the Sanke kit. Then you've got the Picnic Tap Kit. And finally, the SodaStream conversion kit. So let's open up the Picnic Tap Kit. I've got a whole separate video showing in great detail how to put this together. But for now, we'll throw it together real quick. Open the hose, and then look for that line. Shows you how deep it needs to go. Right here, I can see the number 5 there, and then I can just twist it in till it reaches that number. It might not be cut to the 5 on your hose. So just look for whatever, there's markings throughout the entire hose. Some of these flow restrictors can be a little tough to get in there, so just make sure you get all the way up to the mark. These slide on like nothing. You can feel it go past bump, bump, the 2 things. Now, you can use the Picnic Tap that comes with every kit, but it's optional because you have the upgraded Pluto gun. So whichever one suits your situation the best. And you just shove it right on like this. And there's a whole separate video going into every detail of this, doing some pressure tests, stuff like that, if you're interested. SodaStream conversion kit, 2 feet of hose, 4 feet of hose. Just screw the 1/4 inch MFL into the regulator. Give it a little tighten. Well, make sure that the check valve has the arrow pointing away from the regulator. That makes sense. And then just shove the hose in here. Again, you can feel bump, bump every time you push it in a piece. So that's as far as we can go with that right now. Now we open up our special bundle. Got the quick disconnect, got the 2 disconnect post adapters, and we even threw in a little S-hook. I do find that when I first open these couplers, there tends to be a little bit of grease on there from the manufacturing. It's just keg lube. So it's not a problem, but I like to give it a little wipe. So we'll finish putting together our SodaStream conversion kit. Just screw that onto there. Hand tighten is probably enough, but we'll give it a little snug. Not much. These are plastic fittings. They'll form around there quite nicely. And then just shove that onto there. You'll feel the 2 bumps. Bump, bump, there we go. I like to twist it. Make sure it cuts in. And now this is probably the most important instruction you're gonna need in this whole video. On these disconnect posts, you can see there's a little line right there. This one doesn't have the line. The one with the little line is gas. The one without is liquid. Now the liquid obviously goes on the top. So just screw that on there. And then screw the gas onto the side post. And there's a little notch on both of these for you to get your thumb wrench around. You can see right there, like that. And again, you don't want to over tighten it. You just feel until it's snugging up against that rubber washer and you're good. Same with the top one. Right there. And then you just screw the SodaStream adapter into the bottom of your regulator. Hand tightening is definitely enough on that one. And then you pick up your SodaStream bottle at your local store and give it that final tighten. You want to be quick with this. Quick turn, you won't even hear anything. Oh, look at that, perfect. Okay, should I go dig out the keg? That one, this one's empty. Maybe I should dig the one out of my kegerator and really show you a pour. I don't know if I trust that table. There we go. Okay, I decided to pull my keg right out of my kegerator to give you a proper demonstration. Unfortunately, I happen to do this when my keg is completely full, but I managed to get it up. Now when you connect to the commercial keg, you're gonna wanna use some Star San to make sure you don't oxidize your beer. This should be in the store again soon. If not, you can pick it up at any home brew shop anywhere. This is the most popular sanitizer in the world. In the cleaning video, you'll see how I prepare this. So this keg is already engaged, but we'll disengage it and re-engage it so you can see how it works. It's as simple as this. Push down on the handle a little bit so you can squeeze this, let it up. This is the beautiful thing about these quick disconnect adapters. Normally, the hoses come straight out, so you'd have beer spraying everywhere as soon as you did that. But these stop that and make it super easy to snap on, snap off, whatever way you want. So yeah, we can disconnect that and we can, like that. You have a little dribble of beer there. When you first buy a commercial keg, you won't have beer shooting out of it, but there will be a little cap there. In fact, I'll show you that. That's my cap collection. So if you're wondering if I use this kit a few times, that's about 5 years worth. I don't know why I keep them, I just do. So before the keg leaves the brewery, generally the brewery themselves are gonna fill this cap, obviously in a larger scale. They're gonna fill the cap just like that with Star San. So if you don't have the Star San, you should be okay, because the brewery puts enough in the top underneath one of these little caps that you shouldn't even need it. But I like to spray a little extra up in here and around and everything. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. There should be enough in here. From the brewery, you got your prepared kit right there. And then you just turn it until it kind of fits in that little slot. And then you can tighten it like that. You still haven't engaged it until you push down on this. Boop. Sometimes I don't have these caps on there and beer will shoot right up in your face. But we've eliminated that problem. Okay, and here's the tap that I used from the fridge kit. Pull that off of there. A little dribble of beer, no big deal. Shove that in there, just like that. If you got your Star San, it's not a bad idea to spray in there and spray the post. Pull back the collar and pop it on. Got a prepared SodaStream bottle. Pull back the collar, snap that on. And here's our magic S-hook. You hook the small end right in between these two metal pieces. It fits perfectly. And then you can hang your SodaStream adapter off your keg. Isn't that great? So as you can see already there, it's sitting at exactly 12 PSI, which is what I normally serve my beer at. Let's find a glass. Clockwise is fully restricted. So right there, nothing should come out basically. See, hardly anything. So then we can start to ease off on that. So we'll go, I don't know, you can see, yeah, as I'm loosening this, you can see it starting to come through the hose. So we know we'll get something there. That's not bad. One thing I want to mention is you want to keep this hose as cold as possible. Right now it's sitting in a room, I think it's probably getting close to 30 degrees with all these lights in here. I don't know, do I look like I'm glowing? So I'm going to open that up a little bit more. And I'm pretty happy with that there right now. The first glass probably give you a little bit more foam, so adjust that down. Maybe ease off there. I mean, this thing's heating up in this room. I just shook it a lot, dragging it in here and getting it up onto the thing. But if you're having any trouble at all with the foam, that's what the pressure release valve is for. There we go. Problem solved. And now we're getting a perfect pour. And again, you can just keep adjusting the flow restrictor, the pressure on the tank, and the pressure release valve. So between those three, you'll get this sorted out. But do whatever you can to keep everything as cold as possible. All right, a full pour in real time. So now if you want to see how to clean this thing, we'll move into the kitchen for the demonstration.
When it comes to cleaning your kegs or kits, a good rinse with hot water is often enough, as long as you do it right away when the keg is empty. All our kits are easy to disassemble for a more thorough rinsing and can be reassembled just as quick. Now, if you're a hardcore beer nerd and you really want to get in there, you can completely disassemble your taps and soak them in PBW. But then again, if you're a hardcore beer nerd, you already know that. If you plan on storing the beer for more than a few days, you will want to use a sanitizer to get the oxygen off the walls of the keg. I always have a spray bottle on hand to do this. Just fill up with hot water and mix in about 1 milliliter of Star San for your average spray bottle.
Might as well top off my glass here now that I've done this whole video. So that's just about it for the Sanke Tap Keg. If you have any questions, send them to us here at Can Keg, and perhaps I will answer your question in the next iteration of this video. Cheers!